I want to watch this.
Life for fun. My name is
Chat. I've been hearing some cringe chatter about this for like weeks now. I'm gonna watch this, okay?
Lex, and this video will be my final response in regards to the allegations I'm being accused of by my ex-girlfriend, Reagan McNulty, or Pure Softy. The accusations against me are entirely false, and I have screenshot evidence that
And what are they?
directly refutes the claims by my abuser and harasser. I apologize if my response seems late. It has taken me a few times to create this video because of the advice of my lawyers, as there is a legal investigation in place despite
I could file a report. California Sheriff's Department jurisdiction resides and was advised to pursue legal action. Okay. Extortion and extortion attempts.
my harasser, Reagan McNulty, stating otherwise. I've also been in and out of the hospital, dealing with stress of thousands of people telling me to kill myself. To not seem disingenuous, I would like to state that I am presenting this information from my notes to ensure that all points are addressed accurately and appropriately.
That makes sense.
Please be advised that this discussion will touch on sensitive topics, including pedophilia, grooming, sexual abuse, harassment, extortion, slurs, and suicide. On the screen and in the comments, I will have a suicide hotline prevention number and a domestic abuse number for anyone who is currently struggling or who has had past experiences with abusive trauma. Everything started in July 2024, where people on Twitter began harassing myself about messaging someone named Alex.
For his POS takes in his video and somehow evolved this now. People were sent by Ryan to harass me and they had information about region and I knew each other. It should be noted that they tried to directly reach out to me but publicly, but only to publicly defame me. Once I had put out the type of abuse Reagan had put me through, they immediately started discrediting guys, I don't know how to say this. Regan, bro. As a saint, they painted out to be. I gotcha. Hit anyone that wants it, that's fine. You have no problem with that. You're also being blatantly lying to people that aren't calling me those names. Okay. The math don't. Okay, hold on, bro. This is fucking. Guys, this is some fucking confusing shit. Okay. Hold on. Math online. Lex started dating his ex-girlfriend when she was 15 and he was 18. Adrian in Canada is 16. Is it pedo? Gotcha. Gets been off the platform.
I have reason to believe that these were Reagan's minions she sent to do her bidding as she was under cease and desist. Alex was a fan of my channel, who had messaged me first because I momentarily opened my Twitter DMs to the public. Alex was the one who initiated the conversation with me. Our communication included a short Skype call during which I discussed the abuse I was currently experiencing with my ex-girlfriend Reagan. The conversation was strictly non-sexual and was never taken anywhere inappropriate. Alex was simply a kind fan that I...
Oh, wait, what? Huh? I'm confused. Well, the guys, I feel sometimes I've never listened to you. When you stream it, I don't go in chat. When you stream here, we text on the phones. You're making excuses. What the fuck?
Discussed the abuse I was currently experiencing with my ex-girlfriend Reagan. The conversation was strictly non-sexual and was never taken anywhere inappropriate. Alex was simply a kind fan that I confided in after a heated argument with my ex-girlfriend Reagan. Alex has also come out to admit that she has never accused me of doing anything wrong.
Okay.
Reagan accused me of messaging minors, which is once again a completely false accusation. When we were not in a relationship together...
Jeez, part 1 and 2 of the Google documents. Wait, we have to get a fucking watch-along documents? Dude. Do we have to get a watch-along, like, packet? With his phone, I found more young girls who was communicating inappropriately with. He was finding them through dating apps as well, which tells you the age of the girl. Lex was using his Bumble profile strategically, making sure that his bio was about him being a famous YouTuber. Lex was also telling these young girls the apps in Vancouver, so he would meet them there. Okay. Here is a video to he sent himself to an 18-year-old girl as verification when she asked if that was him. Okay. So she was 18.
I was using dating apps like Tinder, Hinge, and Bumble, where the minimum age to join is 18. The age of consent globally on these apps is 18, ensuring that everyone that I communicated with was of legal age. I want to emphasize that I do not specifically target dating 18-year-olds and minors as my ex-girlfriend claims. My current partner, who I've been with for almost a year now, is my age. Reagan even states in her own document that the women I reached out to were all 18. She has no genuine proof of backing her claims.
Yeah, no, these people, yeah. This is the guy that I played, it's the guy that trolled my fucking zombies lobby. When I needed help to do fucking zombie Easter eggs, I invite some guy on the fucking lobby and he fucking trolled my shit.
Of pedophilia and no proof that I was only messaging 18-year-olds, as many of the women I tried to date were in their 20s. Regarding the video of me circulating, it was sent to verify my identity because a woman I was messaging doubted my authenticity due to me mentioning that I had a career with YouTube in my bio.
Okay.
The video was sent to someone from a local university after we moved the conversation off the dating app so I can confirm myself to her. The app does not allow personalized video or photo exchanges, which is why I've done this. I never strategically used my career to be with women. It is simply my job. There's no proof of these women I've messaged being underage, as Reagan insinuates, as well as no woman that I've ever messaged on any dating app having ever come forward that I ever messaged them in an inappropriate manner. I joined these apps after breaking up with Reagan, which happened multiple times. During these breaks, I never received confirmation from Reagan that our relationship was over. Instead, Reagan would often ghost me for months at a time and then suddenly return by love bombing me and saying how much she missed me as she was a covert narcissist.
You might think I'm a fearful avoidant, but I'm a covert narcissist. Let me tell you how this is going to go. First, I am going to come across like a very humble person. I may even relish the victim status. I have been hurt in the past. I've had toxic relationships, and I am on a healing journey. I have walls up, and I have a guard up because I've been hurt. But you, well, you are different. You are wonderful. I am going to love bomb you and make you think that you are my savior. You are the person that can break through my walls. I am going to make you feel like you're on top of the world. You are going to feel seen, heard, and validated like you never have before, and there's going to be a connection and a chemistry that is off the charts. See, what I've done is I've put you on a pedestal because deep down, I've convinced myself that I am perfect.
I'm not ready on that.
I deserve a perfect partner. But then, as time goes by, I'm going to notice your imperfections. I can't have that.
Not ready on that.
I deserve a perfect person because I'm pretty awesome after all. So I am going to start devaluing you. Also, your supply is starting to get boring to me. Your supply is the attention, affirmation, adoration, power and control that I feel entitled to. And, well, you're not the shiny new toy anymore, so I'm going to continue to put you down. I'm going to find little faults in everything that you do. And I'm also going to do distancing behaviors. I'm going to stonewall you. I might even cheat on you because, well, after all, it's your fault. You didn't give me what I needed. And I'm going to make sure that you think that all of my behavior is your fault. And I'm going to turn your world upside down. I'm going to gaslight you so hard, you don't know what direction is up and what direction is down. But meanwhile, I'm still going to play the humble victim role. But the devaluing is going to get worse and worse and worse. And you're going to try harder and harder and harder to please me. And no matter what you do, I can't be pleased because you are just not good enough for me. And then eventually, I've completely exhausted your supply. I'm going to unilaterally discard you. I'm going to throw you in the trash. And you are going to be absolutely devastated. You're going to be searching for answers. And you're going to think that I'm a fearful avoidant because I didn't come across grandiose in the beginning. I came across like a hurt person from the past that's going on a healing journey. So therefore, I can't be a narcissist, right? Well, now that the discard is done, I am actually going to smear you. I'm going to go around and talk badly about you to anybody that'll listen. I am going to
people who did that are fucking insane.
Go around and talk badly about you to anybody that'll listen. I'll get that attention from people for being the victim of you, which will make me feel good. And I'm going to escape any kind of accountability. That way, I'm not held responsible for what happened, and I can just relish the victim.
None of my YouTuber friends who have publicly stated in my own regime have said anything about being a pedophile once. If they have something to hide themselves, just like Rian, because she's the victim. Okay.
And then, as time goes by, you know, my news supply is going to get old. And then I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to tell you how much I regret what I did. I'm going to tell you how much I miss you and how much of a mistake it was to leave you. And you are going to buy hook, line, and sinker. And you're going to give me another chance. And then I'm going to love bomb the hell out of you again. And then I'm going to devalue you. And then I'm going to discard you. I'm going to do these things as many times as you will allow me to do. And every time I devalue you and discard you, it'll get progressively worse and worse and worse. And I will be on this everlasting healing journey working on myself because I'm the victim after all. And I love to get attention for how victimized I've been, especially by you.
I never went on a date with another woman. One of the clear breaks in our relationship was in September 2021 when she told me she wanted to pursue someone named Lawrence. She was already cheating on me with him months prior as evidence of this Instagram photo. She was already cheating on me with him months prior as evidence of this Instagram photo. I first learned about Lawrence's true age of 17 when I found her diary that detailed her cheating on me as an adult when we were in a relationship earlier that year. Reagan did this simply because I had tried messaging other women to escape this relationship. Reagan later stated that Lawrence's parents had kicked her out of his house and called the police on her when they discovered Reagan was lying about her age.
Wait. What's the name? She also said she was 17. The same lie she told Lawrence's parents.
House and called the police on her when they discovered Reagan was lying about her age. Reagan targeted Lawrence, who was a minor. I was disgusted by her actions and tried to contact Lawrence's parents, but I was unsuccessful.
Hold on.
She had to hit.
It gets spicy. It gets spicy. There's some spice in there. I want to see
of cheating on me, and I was only ever made aware that she cheated on me with two people, one Lawrence and two Marlo. All this cheating started because she found a photo in summer 2018 of me next to a female tour guide in Thailand. She was furious about this image as she thought that I had cheated on her, so Reagan then cheated on me with Marlo in November 2018. Just this last month, I was told anonymously that she had been cheating on me with 5 underage boys from her high school throughout our relationship. She lured them into my place in Los Angeles to take promiscuous photos of her in exchange for sex. This happened after I'd gone home to Canada in August 2022 to tend to my dog passing away. Reagan is also responsible for my social media accounts getting hacked as she has tried downloading free software on my laptop just before I left LA, which caused the Redline malware to steal all my information. Reagan would also try
what the fuck?
Social media accounts getting hacked as she has tried downloading free software on my laptop just before I'd left LA, which caused the Redline malware to steal all my information. Reagan would also try to justify her cheating, but when we were separated in 2019...
This is serious about me? About me? Bro, I'm part of this. I'm
I tried messaging other girls. She would go berserk and would threaten me that I would never be able to leave the relationship, and if I did, she would expose me on Drama Alert or end my career. During this time, Reagan started extorting me for my money, as evidence from PayPal statements from 2019 to 2023, until I filed a cease and desist against her. The extortion became severe, as I had gone broke multiple times for her rent, lifestyle, and cheating on me with other men, which proves her claim of me simply being a pay pig false. Reagan had shared her made-up side of the choking incident in her Part 2 Google.
Wait, what?
The cease and desist against her. The extortion became severe as I had gone broke multiple times for her rent, lifestyle, and cheating on me with other men, which proves her claim of me simply being a pay pig false. Reagan had shared her made-up side of the choking incident in her Part 2 Google document. In reality, the situation happened much differently. While we were at the Airbnb...
Okay, I'm not going to comment on that much because I didn't look at all of it, but does that diffuse the fact that it's possibly just a payback situation or not? I'm going to take a wild guess. Probably a mix of pay pigness and like kind of letting somebody do stuff and extortion. Probably a mix of both. I don't think it's 100 and 0. Okay, listen, I don't think it removes any of his points. I still think it's probably not 100 and 0. That's what I think it is.
In Coronado, California, Reagan saw that I had texted other women on my phone, as she would not allow me to leave the relationship since she threatened my career. I could not leave this situation, as I was broke and away from my home country of Canada, and I'd spent $12,000 on an Airbnb that I could not refund. Reagan went into a manic episode and broke a wooden board on my back and then started destroying the Airbnb. Reagan says she was using marijuana, which is not at all possible, as Airbnb hosts do not allow drug use on their property. The Airbnb host, Victor, even questioned why it looked like someone had repeatedly stabbed the walls, which were damages from Reagan that I had to pay for. Victor never mentioned anything about marijuana at all. When she started destroying the Airbnb, she first broke the wooden board over my back, took the broken pieces of board and deteriorated the walls, and then started threatening my life. In an act of self-defense, I had to restrain her to prevent further property damage and physical harm to myself as my life was under threat. This was not the only incident of physical abuse from Reagan. As a month prior, she decided to bite my face for once again looking through my phone and thinking I was cheating. Reagan's claim of her biting me after us play fighting is completely false and makes no sense. I took this photo and applied a bandage by myself as Reagan was not even in the room and was still furious at me for assuming that I had been with another girl, which was false. She would always get physical whenever I tried to escape the relationship. The second incident was staged, as evidenced by her Part 2 document where she admitted she would delete this choking video if I provided her with a boob and nose job. Reagan woke me up at 5 a.m. and physically...
Hold on. You're on dating apps again, going after children who will find out about you. I will use them to my advantage and get more material to exploit it. There's no moving on. When you have been removed for 8 years, you never acknowledge that this is a trauma bond. The moment you put your hands on me and told me you're going to kill me last month was the day I made sure you're going to leave your life.
I provided her with a boob and nose job.
Me wants to pay with my boob and nose job. I'll delete choking video.
Reagan woke me up at 5 a.m. and physically assaulted me after looking through my phone and seeing text messages of mine with other girls. The physical abuse was so bad that I had to self-defend and restrain her to get her away from me. Once again, keep in mind, we were not dating, and I was solely there to get my belongings and help her move into a new place. This was after I figured out Reagan was cheating on me with a minor. Reagan did this to ensure that I would keep paying for her and her new apartment. I was so broke, I could not even get a hotel that night. My only option was to sleep at her place. Despite Reagan's claim that unfortunately that her phone wasn't recording, she still threatened me that she would release this video if I did not continue to pay for her rent, lifestyle, and surgical procedures. In regards to the photo of her bruised leg, these photos are fake, as at the time we were moving from one apartment complex to another. Reagan claims this event took place on June 6, 2023, with the photo being taken on June 7, 2023. I had taken a picture of movers spending the entire day and night on June 6th, the supposed event of physical abuse, moving our stuff from her old apartment into the new one. On June 7th, we were also not in our old place, where she took this photo of her bruised leg. There was no time for...
Hold on. I was
in
a little
our
bit
old
of an...
place, where...
Also, this is a screenshot of a photo, right? And two, you know what? You know what's crazy with like some scientific people or whatever? You can look at a bruise and tell how many days it's been there, right? So the maximum timeline would be what, 1 day? 6th to 7th, right? The maximum date of this picture would be 1 day, right? Is that what a bruise look like after 1 day?
Her bruised leg.
Maybe.
There was no time for any of these accusations to have taken place, and if something did occur, the movers would have noticed. Reagan was in 3 separate car accidents in Los Angeles during 2022 to 2023. These bruises were from these car accidents when we lived in our old apartment where I was...
Yeah, total the previous car. It's really injured 2 people that... Isn't that happened in LA? Image totaled car was present at the time. Okay. Also, from to go to the hospital after suicide attempts, trying to escape from race. Okay.
Not in the car at the time. Reagan had also messaged a fan of hers regarding why the bruise was there in a Twitter post in 2023, which she has now deleted. She also has Instagram evidence of her showing that bruise in a photo in 2022 before this incident could have ever occurred. The photo of her bruise does not make sense.
Hold on.
Before this incident could have ever evidence in a Twitter post in 2020 in a photo in 2022 before this incident could have ever occurred. The photo of her...
Is the photo reversed though? Hold on. Right leg, right side, a little bit above the patella. This could be correct if it's a photo that's reversed or mirrored. Oh, maybe intentionally mirrored. Intentionally mirrored, perhaps?
Her bruise does not make sense, as this could not happen.
It's not a normal pic. It's a screenshot of a pic. So you have to assume... Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat.
From her.
This might be a different bruise entirely. And knees bruise pretty easy. So I'm not saying anything. I'm still watching the video, but this is either a mirrored pic or a different bruise entirely.
Her claim.
Because if there's two like this, right? It seems like one is like two spots, right? And one of them healed. It's not at the same spot. Could be.
Of me kneeling on her. This bruise looks like a high-impact car crash. She explained how she sent me the groping video in 2020, saying how she thought it was so cute and how she loved that we did that together. There's proof of her lying, saying that she wanted to turn 18, how the only way for us to work was for her to lie also about her age. And also how she says she wouldn't have sex in 2018 because it's illegal, almost like you have proof of you saying you'd wait until December 13th until you were legal. Here's also more proof about how she would fantasize about me before we even knew each other and cry about me how she said she was in love with me before I even knew her. How about you saying you were a virgin in 2020? Or how about you saying you'd love lying to people that you were 16? What about admitting to me you orgasmed to me about my streams when you were 14? Or how you'd ask me to be your boyfriend again in December 2017 after we had separated? How about you telling me you were happy you found your daddy at 15 before I even knew you? Or you wanting us to live together when we didn't in 2017? Or you claiming you wanted to do cocaine at 6?
Chat, are these messages that he's replying to, or are these one-sided? Because I have a lot of messages of people one side fucking spamming of dog shit. Chat, it's a thing. I'm just saying it's a thing that people do out there. Like people that are crazy do that. They one side for years. I've opened a message one day, and I kept scrolling, and I was like, dude, really? Like, and it was thousands of messages. So is that this, or is this replying it?
16, or maybe even claiming that the daddy kink was yours and not mine. How about you admitting you lied about your underage age and how it still didn't do you justice? Or how about you admitting you regret taking things slow with me in 2017 when I told you I wanted to wait and you were completely obsessed with me? Or how about you saying you knew you wanted me at 15, or even me admitting that I just wanted to be your best friend instead of in a sexual relationship multiple times, yet you were the one that wanted to be a little, which is something I did not want to partake in. Lastly, how about all this proof even after?
Well, that's still weird, to be honest with you. If somebody that's even, bro, somebody's even close to underage, say anything that is not within the confines of being appropriate, I mean, you cut the fucking rope, brother. Listen. I'm not here to be fucking pointing fingers and doing all that, right? I'm just being unbiased with this. I'm not gonna give it a label because I didn't see all the messages, right? But I still think it's inappropriate. 100% inappropriate. Whatever the degree past it is, it's at least inappropriate and weird at best. At best.
After all of this, that you still wanted me despite your claims of finding me repulsive. This woman has lied to the public so many times, I don't even know how to keep track of it anymore, and how you literally admit you'd flex my gifts on your Instagram because you love them and not because I use them to get a service out of you, or even how you admitted you wanted to invite your own friends who bought your drugs to my place. There is also a serious
Yeah, like I said, you guys saying, why did you reply and you talked about it? Yeah, I agree. I think it's weird shit.
Claim where I'd raped my ex-girlfriend Reagan. The statement made by her.
Whoa.
A place. There is also a serious claim where I'd raped my ex-girlfriend Reagan. The state.
Some videos. and I at the Z house. We're excited these videos as Lex has been on top of him. He would get me drunk and take me back to a hotel away from the Z house.
Statement made by her is completely inappropriate and false. I can absolutely, without a doubt, confirm that everything intimate we did together was consensual and of age. There is absolutely no real proof showing otherwise. As well, in all the photos she took of us during this completely terrible time, it would not make sense as to why a
I know there's some brain dead entities in the back out there that say, "Yo, dude, if the girl is drunk, well, that's our word." Okay. What if the guy is drunk? Like, can't he be taken advantage of? Oh, okay. So you're saying, listen. You act like men cannot be taken advantage of. I'm not gonna fucking have this shit on my fucking. I will never stand for this ever. Okay. I understand that men in general, right? If you do this, the math behind it, whatever, right? Yeah, are a little bit more forward and are more on that side, right? Does that mean that every claim ever will always be, if the girl's drunk, it's our word and the guy's wrong? Absolutely fucking not. Never I will accept the claim automatically that because a girl's drunk, right, and have sex and it's our word, and you stop analyzing other components, brain dead. If you do that, I'm not listening. Okay, because listen, because I truly believe, because that happens to men as well. Okay, and on top of that, if both are equally intoxicated, it can still be fine. Okay, and people that don't think like that don't go outside, they don't go to bars, they've never dated, they've never been in an intimate relationship, they don't flirt, they don't do none of that shit. Okay, they don't know how shit fucking goes. If you think that every relation or contact will be when both people are sober in the early stages or any stage of pre-relationship, brain dead. You're fucking stupid. Okay, and that's not like a problem until it is. So show me something. Show me a thing. Show me some proof that something was inappropriate and was bad, and they'll listen. Until then,
victim.
Until then, it's fair game.
Of rape would then take multiple photos and videos with their abuser being happy and smiling. Reagan also then proceeded to post these photos and videos on social media. I had told her that I did not want photos of us on my Instagram because I had felt we were too young at the time, which she got absolutely furious about. Reagan had a kink in regards to the word rape and had a tendency in throwing it around a lot, which can be seen in her diary and multiple text messages.
Wait, what?
And had a tendency in throwing it around a lot, which Reagan had a kink in regards to the word rape and had a tendency in throwing it around a lot, which can be seen in her diary and multiple text messages. Reagan's accusation of grooming is once again utterly false. The only reason Reagan started calling me a groomer was when she started cheating on me with Lauren.
Guys, don't say ... like this is like some crazy thing. Chat, you'll be surprised on how common that is, right? This is like one of the most common kinks in women in sex. Listen, it absolutely is. It is common. It is very common. Yes, it is.
Lawrence. Reagan had told Lawrence that Lex was an adult and Reagan was a minor when we first met, which is also false. Lawrence used this information as an attempt to get her to expose me for financial gain.
Don't say this to people on the platform. Don't say the truth in things that happen in real life. Don't say something that is true because people cannot handle it. Bro, I'm not here to fucking tell you like all this fucking I don't give a shit. You're fucking brain dead. Okay? I'm not gonna let some fucking something sound unhinged and out of the ordinary when it's. I'm not saying it should be or shouldn't be. I'm saying it is ordinary, as in frequency. That's it.
She had never once called me a groomer or a pedophile until she met Lawrence. She constantly used these fake ideas Lawrence gave her as a way to manipulate me when she did not get what she wanted. This is evident in Reagan's tweets, where she repeatedly posted how she wanted to share her story throughout the years after 2021 when Reagan and Lawrence met. While she was publicly hinting at exposing me, Reagan privately demanded money and threatened to expose me on Twitter if I did not comply. Her sole purpose was to scare me into giving her money by using these words as a threat to destroy my career. I knew I did nothing wrong, and I always tried to show her love. I attempted multiple times to tell Reagan's mother about these scenarios and even tried to explain that our relationship could not have.
It's important, okay? If you partake in such kinks, okay, let's say it's consensual and kinky, whatever, right? If you're not okay with the language being used and it's outside of your boundaries, that you vocalize these fucking boundaries and say, listen, we can do all that, right? In this kink, whatever, right? But you're not gonna address it and talk about it in that way. So it's gonna look like a certain way, right? And then afterwards, it looks really bad. Super important. I'm just telling you, okay? Because then afterwards, it's like, oh well, look, our word is here, there, this, that. Guys, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but if it's your common language in that kink and interaction, well, then that's the context matters then.
Have been statutory rape, as everything was handled legally. It was not because I committed this crime that I was explaining this to her. It's because I was clarifying what she believed had happened, which did not occur. This fear is why I continued to give her money and why she never officially filed a police report. It was all to extort my online image. Another serious accusation against me is that I groped my ex-girlfriend at a Z House party.
The Boogie Boys spent multiple weeks partying with him and his friends, as well as going on to dinners and events with him. Like lied by my age to all his friends, telling them I was 18 years old. Like he changed my birth year on a passport for an escape room that all of his friends and I did together. And no one would catch on. This escape room was...
The video she...
Oh! The escape room on Hollywood Boulevard.
A serious accusation against me is that I groped my ex-girlfriend at a Z House party. The video she cites as evidence is misleading, as we were already in a public consensual relationship, which can be seen in numerous social media posts where she is showing me off and bragging about how much she loves being in a relationship with me. Nobody at the Z House ever witnessed any sexual abuse, as this simply did not occur. This includes the oral rape accusation that never happened. Reagan, who was coherent and filming these videos, was seen laughing and sticking her tongue out and recording these videos happily. She has provided no proof or documentation of any discomfort and then later asked when she could come and see me again. During the Z House party, when my friends first met Reagan, she had asked me to lie about her age. As seen in photos, she would constantly lie to people about her age and even admitted that when we first met, she lied and told me that she was 16. She also found it hot AF to date older guys.
Okay, wait, I'm completely out of touch now. Wait, hold on. So at that time, was she underage or not? Right?
And stated that at a young age, she knew she wanted to be with an older man. Reagan never mentioned having a problem with our 2-year age gap relationship. It is very important to note that when my friends first met Reagan, Reagan had asked me to lie to them about her age. She even lied to me about her age. Her claim that I used an escape room passport to lie to my friends about her age is entirely false. She was the one who...
To even make one of these escape room passports, you need to provide your own ID. Flight establishment fake ID in order to raise their own age. Wait. Establishment a fake ID in order to...
Who forged her own passport with her own fake ID, and I had told her to go outside and not participate in the escape room as it was 18 and over. Reagan decided to lie to join the escape room.
Wait, but he was dating her though. Wait, so he knew her age the whole time?
Reagan had never used this to prove anyone about her age, contrary to her claims. Pat, or the Smith Plays, had stated in his response that I had been hiding why I went to my cousin's, but this is not true. I did go to my cousin's, but I also did see Reagan as well. Reagan also claims that I lured her in with gifts, which is entirely false. She was the one begging to come to the house and see me, as all her gifts were requests that I had purchased for her since we were in a relationship. In Reagan's Google document, she lied about me forcing kinks onto her. Reagan requested to be called by these kinks. She fantasized about being a little and calling me daddy. These were all her own personal kinks that she wanted.
Wait, but I'm confused though. Wait. Oh, she was 16 or 16, or and he was 18. Is that like a? That doesn't seem like a. Is that a normal thing?
Me to participate in. Reagan also stated how she blamed me for her lack of education, which is false. The evidence shows that she bought marijuana underage to skip school, which is a situation that I had no involvement in as I was not even in the country. Another important thing to mention is that Reagan was an obsessive fan of mine. She fetishized me before I even knew who she was. I never used my influence to engage with her. She was the first person to message me and enact any sort of a relationship. The claim that she was not interested in doing intimate things with me and felt repulsed while we were in a consensual public relationship is just completely false. Reagan was the one begging me for intimacy, even when I had told her that I wanted to wait and not rush anything as we were so young. I would like to apologize to anybody that has been affected by the situation in a negative manner. Specifically, I would like to formally apologize to Pat, or the Smith Plays, and everyone involved.
Chat, there's no Romeo and Juliet laws in California. That would be statutory rape.
At the Z House, where Reagan made me lie about her age to you. There was never any sexual assault, sexual abuse, or rape that happened during this.
I don't give a fuck if he's Canadian. He's doing it in California. They weren't in Cali? Wait, so the whole thing is fake then? What? Where was the Z House at? Guys, if they went to the escape room and he's corroborating the story about the escape room on Hollywood Boulevard, the escape room being in Hollywood, therefore, that's California, right? And California, there's no Romeo and Juliet laws over there. Wouldn't that just make it statutory rape? Or
time. I'd also
21 minutes, 21 Hold on. Yo, Joe, I have to get this right, otherwise this is going to be a disaster.
that our relationship could not have been statutory rape as everything was handled legally. It was not because I committed this crime that I was explaining this to her. It's because I was clarifying what she believed had happened, which did not occur. This fear is why I continued to give her money and why she never officially filed a police report. It was all to extort my online image. Another serious accusation against me is that I groped my ex-girlfriend at a Z House party. The video she cites as evidence is misleading, as we were already
it's a different girl.
in a public consensual relationship, which can be seen in numerous social media posts where she is showing me off and bragging about.
Yeah, I mean, it's a California defense attorney, right? Same girl. Yeah, I mean, so why wasn't this statutory?
Did not comply. Her sole purpose was to scare me into giving her money by using these words as a threat to destroy my career. I knew I did nothing wrong, and I always tried to show her love. I attempted multiple times to tell Reagan's mother about these scenarios and even tried to explain that our relationship could not have been statutory rape as everything was handled legally. It was not
because they didn't have sex, gotcha.
Not because I committed this crime that I was explaining this to her. It's because I was clarifying what she believed had happened, which did not occur. This sexual abuse or rape that happened during this time. I'd also like to apologize to Merc Music and Corinna, as I was not talking about them being minors, but them being engaged, since the message Reagan had used was taken out of context. However,
listen, I don't give a fuck, okay, about what people say, okay? I still think it's weird. Sorry, man. Listen. This person is crazy, okay? This girl's insane. People are insane, okay? But that doesn't make him like the winning side. Sometimes it's like somebody's very extremely wrong. Somebody is wrong. In my opinion, that's my opinion. Okay, my opinion. My personal moral code. Okay, listen. I still think it's weird to go around and date somebody, even though you're not having sex when they're 16 or whatever, right? Yeah, he's like 16, 18. I don't give a fuck. I still think it's fucking weird, okay? Especially when you're going around at these parties and these places, whatever, and you have to exclude them from a fucking place that, oh, it's 18, you can't be here. It's just fucking odd. I wouldn't do it.
I would like to state, Pat, that I did send you a message privately on your Twitter before you made this statement public, in which you saw, but you chose.
Because you don't want to be some fucking... Dude, do you know how perfect you have to be? You have to be like a legal guardian almost. Almost. You have to go around and say, you can't do this, you can't do that. Otherwise, it's... Dude, you were supervising this person. You were right there and you saw them do it and you corroborated it. Dude, everything that they do, or you have to be perfect. Or say, yeah, you have to stop them doing it or whatever, right? It's weird. Like, don't do it.
Chose not to respond and hear my side of events and Reagan's roommate's side of events. You not wanting to hear anything I had to say and painting my ex-girlfriend in a benevolent light when there's evidence of her clearly being a pedophile was a direct punch to my gut after calling you my best friend for many years. You had said you had looked at all the evidence, but conveniently skipped out on how Reagan is a definitive pedophile proven by her own diary and words. I don't want to hear about a lack of trust where nothing bad happened when you did not listen to Noah's ex-wife Martina about Noah's scandalous behavior in 2021, which did not allow for a third Z house to happen. Noah invited all...
Bro. Dear diary, what is wrong with me? Will a man ever make me happy? Today, this person and I hung out, even set a shooting star, blah, 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 blah. Bitches who comment on his shit and then bitch you, bro.
Direct punch to my gut after calling you my best. Skipped out on how Reagan is a definitive pedophile proven by her own diary.
Person is mental.
I don't want to hear about a lack of trust where nothing bad happened when you did not listen to Noah's ex-wife Martina about Noah's scandalous behavior in 2021, which did not allow for a third Z house to happen. Noah invited all of us to Texas in September 2021 for a third Z house, yet nothing was ever filmed because Noah cheated on Martina in 2021 at EDC. And you and JC were utterly supportive of him in Texas, even inviting him to cry at our own Airbnb without my consent. It boggles my mind that you would be supportive of a man who blatantly cheated on his wife for fun, yet would not share the same sentiment to me when I was obviously in an...
Wow, this seems like a stray bullet. Like, what the fuck? Bro, this is like an ultra stray bullet. What the fuck? Well, I understand that this guy cheated, but like, what else?
Abusive relationship that I could not escape from. JC and Noah are not exempt from this either. I had moved to the same apartment complex as JC in 2022 and even shared about my abuse with him, and he did absolutely nothing and actively avoided me. This is why you unfollowed me on Twitter 2 years ago. Noah had also said he would visit me but never came to my place once. JC, you couldn't even spend 10 minutes to sign a recommendation letter for my visa after all we've done together over the years. If you want to trust my ex-girlfriend so much...
I don't care about that, to be honest with you.
After all we've done...
Legitimately, can I be honest with you? These are a big deal, okay? Recommendation letters and visas are a big... That's like government tier fucking seriousness or whatever, right? And even for my friends, I don't sign into that shit. And guys, it's like, it's really because if you vouch for somebody to get into the country and sign a visa and they do some crazy shit, you're the one who vouched for them. You're the one who vouched for them. It's a level of depth that for most of my friends, I'm not comfortable with it. Sorry, it's not a fake friend. It's called not being fully committed to somebody. Like, dude, we can be really good friends without me signing my fucking life to a paper with you. Like, what the fuck? Fuck no.
together over the years. If you want to trust my ex-girlfriend so much, here's a post Reagan made about seeing you cheat on Emmy with her sister Kate at Coachella. Everybody in our group saw your inexcusable actions and were utterly shocked that you would be sensually touching your girlfriend's sister in front of all of us while Emmy was not there. I don't think PlayStation Studios want—
Oh, say that one more time. We'll have to go back to this one.
With her sister Kate at much. Here's a post Reagan made about seeing you cheat on Emmy with her sister Kate at Coachella. Everybody in our group saw your inexcusable actions and were utterly shocked that you would be sensually touching your girlfriend's sister in front of—
Okay, listen. I'm gonna say something really that's gonna be very odd, but you have to listen to the whole thing, okay? This is hard to get a sense on this without seeing it. Seeing and knowing all the details about this. What people saw, what it was, what it was doing, because there's a good chance that Coachella or EDC, they're fucking high on Molly, they're high on whatever the fuck, they're on ketamine or some shit, okay? And people are touchy, and it sometimes, very often, in friends group that do these activities, right? People are gonna be really touchy, okay? And if so that's something they're okay with, it goes. So they're not okay with it doesn't go, right? In this case, if it went, and I had to see people were, whoa, what the fuck is this, right? And if the person was like, oh, what the fuck is this? I'm just saying it. Because they're tactile enhancer drugs, okay? And it makes feelings of touch enhanced, and people touch. It's what they do, okay? Other senses too, okay? So people, especially when people are trust each other, right? They touch each other. It's a thing. It's a thing. So I'm not going to say that's automatically bad without saying much. And I'm not saying, listen. Touching her really sensually, dude, the person that's writing this is, I think, is one that's like insane. And this is like, I don't know if it means anything. What?
Of all of us while Emmy was not there.
It's not a shitty excuse. I've seen it a bazillion times. Okay, I used to go to raves with these two girls, okay, and they would touch each other all night and kiss, and they both had boyfriends, okay, and it's what it is, and they would get some girls, people would join into the group that we know of, and they would touch. People touch. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing.
PlayStation's.
How is that different? I'm saying that's an anecdote, but there's other scenarios where people touch each other and it's fine.
Studios wants to associate with the cheater who—
Yes, especially if they're consenting. Yes. Did it say touch sensually not consenting? Let's not fucking jump to conclusions here, brother.
Girlfriend's sister.
Her lips were also cracked as fuck at Coachella, meaning she was sucking some hardcore dick, or she was making out with someone often. Like, this person's clearly off the fucking rockers, okay? I don't know why I would, like, why you're, like, taking this word as gospel.
In front of all of us while Emmy was not there. I don't think PlayStation Studios wants to associate with the cheater who defends pedophiles such as my ex-girlfriend Reagan. I guess it makes sense considering Noah also invites pedophiles to his own DJ sets. This is incredible. Considering Noah also invites pedophiles to his own DJ sets. This is incredibly disingenuous of all of you and makes sense why each of you would side together and defend my pedophilic ex-girlfriend while never contacting me once and dropping me at the whim of a hat. Things have never been the same with me and any of these original zombie YouTubers since this point in—
Okay, chat, again, I'll give you a reminder. These battles, these arguments are each to be held separate. Okay, you're trying to make a profile, but I think making these like kind of big kind of stretches to make things look a certain way, that's I don't know. It doesn't give anything validity really.
And I will never be working with them ever again. I will also not be apologizing to my abuser and harasser, Reagan McNulty, as I have finally escaped from you and will never allow you to ever control me and degrade me again.
That's the map I got groomed on! I fucking love Zetsubo! Let's go! Guys, imagine sliding in my DMs being like, I can help you with Zasubo. I can't let him win. I can't do that until I get him. YouTuber reacted to both of the docs earlier today. Oh gosh, which one? Hi, Bryce. Which one? I wish somebody would reach out to me and talk to me instead of being like, let me profit off this. A lot of people are making profit off my own fucking trauma, and it's pretty fucking lame. It's so funny, in the beginning of the diary, it's like me talking about Lex, and I'm like so unhappy in our relationship. It's
Chat,
me
I'm
being
not
like,
kidding,
I'm
chat.
miserable.
Chat, when people talk like that, in those ways, I'm telling you, chat, there's a battle going on in my head. Neurons start to fucking die because they're battling each other, and they start to die in my head. My brain dies as I watch this.
Lex sucks. And I would like, it's so funny. You read it and it's like my game plan to get away from Lex. What's another tag I could put? I should put groomed. Just kidding. I'm just trying to cope by making jokes. Making jokes, guys. Rizzler. Don't. But if you like Findom and if you want somebody to be like your dominatrix, I'm here for you. Clearly everybody knows that I could be a dom, I guess. Scarlet?
Yeah, jokes about grooming commonly in dialogue, and then fucking kink and a lot of talks with the R word. So these topics are gonna when these topics are discussed, you just have to be more you have to kind of remember that. That's important. That's important. It's part of the equation now.
Cock muncher. How does it feel to be a cock muncher? How does it feel to be a fucking cock muncher, bitch?
Well, I
have fun
cannot.
and have a good time and spread happiness and spread awareness. But now I'm gonna have to be like the fucking poster child for grooming and shit and assault, which doesn't bother me. But
here are some brief points that were shared on Twitter that I would like to discuss. Occasionally, while Reagan and I were in different countries, we would send each other care packages, which included cards and gifts. However, the letters Reagan shows of mine are all typed and have been forged by her to further defame my image. She claims that my company name on the bottom of these letters was editit.tv, which is completely false. If you actually go to the website, the LLC name is Velvet Platform LLC and not editit.tv co. I also bookmarked controversial tweets that I wanted to discuss with personal friends privately. Reagan had also said,
You know what? I will give this some validity. I think that's not even a bad argument. Chat. I like and bookmark things that are complete dog shit just because, oh, this is interesting. I wanted to go back to it later. I'm in a car. When you refresh your Twitter feed, you lose like your thing. Sometimes I'll like something that's unhinged because something that I want to investigate and look at further later, and I do.
Tweets that I wanted to discuss with personal friends privately. Reagan had also said that the birth control was her wanting to buy it herself, contrary to her saying that I had forced her to purchase.
Back in the days when I would do that, with a massive pair of tits, I'm like, wow, that's remarkable. I'll go back to it later. It's like a meal you start and you finish later.
Purchase it. The text message of Reagan alleging myself calling her my minoring is false, as proven by people finding the 5G symbol on the phone when this was not invented at the time of the screenshot. I could also not find any of this on my own phone. Reagan says that I bought her marijuana paraphernalia, which goes directly against my evidence of her friends purchasing this for her. Reagan had told me that I rehired Don, but she was the one who told me to rehire him. Also, Don was originally Noah's editor, so I'd appreciate it if people were to stop blaming me for somebody else's actions. And as a fun fact, Reagan, I also never weighed 250 pounds, and I have no clue how anyone could spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on OnlyFans. I don't even make that much money. I would also like to publicly clarify that I'm not using Christianity as an excuse for me using self-defense and messaging other women. Having attended Christian schools throughout my entire life and leaving only after high school to focus on my YouTube career, my return to Christianity. Qualified professional lawyers or police I have spoken to would identify the evidence against me provided by Reagan McNulty as pedophilia, grooming, or abuse. She could not prove anything about her allegations, and if there ever was a real problem, I'm confused as to why she didn't contact the police. I first got the law involved in 2022 with an official police report in LA regarding a random stranger physically assaulting me because of Reagan verbally assaulting him. In 2023, I got a cease and desist and tried to keep this relationship drama private. I've also gotten multiple lawyers involved with different specialties in regards to this case with an official police report filed in Canada against her in 2024. Reagan has never once filed a police report even after all of these situations. She tormented me, extorted supported me, then publicly slandered and humiliated me. These aren't the actions of a victim, but of an abuser. Ask yourself genuinely, would an abuse victim retweet memes about their own abuse situation?
Why does so many of you follow? Are you guys real? Is Lex bot following me again? Yeah, the last time I got bot followed, it was Lex. I never said it out loud, but I knew it was him because the day that I got the bot follows, he texted my mom. He texted my mom and told her that he was getting threats on Twitter. Everybody knows that I could be a mean-ass bitch, and if you like a mean-ass bitch, I'm here for you.
Why has Reagan done this? Potentially for her new OnlyFans and Passes account, she has started to gain more financial income. It was my fault for forgiving her every time and letting her manipulate me, my family, and my friends. After I noticed what she was doing, I no longer felt comfortable seeing her or providing money, as can be seen in the text of my previous document. I'd like to formally apologize to everyone who was constantly telling me to leave this relationship with her, and I never listened to you. If these accusations have tainted your perception of me, I understand and wish you nothing but the best. As to the transit drama, what part of I do not condone Danny's actions said in that video proves that I am going to be supporting him. I've only ever wanted the best for anyone ever involved in any situation that I've ever been in. I'd like to conclude this video with the suicide hotline prevention number and a domestic